What's up, Scorpio Collective? Thank you for joining me for your energy reading. Baby, mine just drew a complete blank. I'm going to be doing a raw opener reading for you guys. So if this is your first time joining me, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, a tribe member, welcome back. I've already pulled the cards for you guys, and we're going to get straight into it. So I hope the message has found you well. And if you are not well, stick around. Maybe something will be said that leaves you well. I'm doing a particular spread that I found on Pinterest to help you guys identify where roads have been blocked for you. And so the opening message is unforgiveness is low vibrational. So out the gate, y'all need to do some forgiveness work. You need to take some time to contemplate. And for some of y'all, you don't even require contemplation because you already know where you holding on to some shit you need to let go of, right? But you needing to do the work to forgive. Cleanse your heart of whatever it is that you're holding on that's keeping you stuck and stagnant and weighing you down. And forgiveness takes work. You know, a lot of times we talk about forgiveness like it's something that you can just click a button and you good. You know what I'm saying? And we all know that's not the case at all. And so it's work. It's energetic work. It's physical work. For many of us, it requires prayer and patience and communication and all the things. But it is work that needs to be done in order to live a quality, high vibrational life from a place of Christ consciousness. And Christ consciousness is all about unconditional love. And so whatever it is that you're needing to do the work to forgive, I am suggesting maybe working with the Ho'oponopono mantra or prayer, which is a ancient Hawaiian tradition. Also, dang, I wish I had my Psalms book. There are particular Psalms in the Bible that are good to use when you are looking to do forgiveness work. And for some of y'all, the forgiveness that you need to do, it ain't even about other people. You need to forgive yourself in order to unblock certain roads to abundance for yourself. Because for that unforgiveness, that resentment, that guilt, that shame, whatever it is that you're holding on to is anchoring you in a low vibrational state, and it's keeping you from whatever is on the other side of abundance for you, prosperity. That's what's blocking the roads for you. But we're going to dive a little deeper to see what else is going on, because that's just your opening message. Unforgiveness is low vibrational. So keep that in mind as you move forward throughout 2024, as you become more familiar with and things start happening and coming up for you that serve to bring to your awareness, your consciousness, things that you're needing to forgive, who you're needing to forgive. And don't be surprised if what comes up is that you too hard on your damn self. You needing to forgive yourself. You're holding on to some things that you've done. So keep that in mind and know that the thing that you're needing to do in order to move from a state of surviving versus thriving, like to move into that thriving state opposed to just surviving and moving throughout the day-to-day or settling for less, is to surrender to success. That's what even further makes me think that that forgiveness work is something that you're needing to do because you're needing to forgive yourself. Because when you holding shit against yourself, you definitely will be resistant, reluctant to surrender to success. But it says you are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties, leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. And there's literally like a doorway or gateway here on this card, just waiting for you to enter it. And on the side of it, on the other side of it, is your abundance. Surrender to success and stop fighting it. Some of us, we self-sabotage and we hold on to things, baggage, as life is moving us into new chapters, because we're afraid of success. We're afraid of what it looks like to win. We know that sometimes with success comes survivor's remorse. We know sometimes with success comes having to cut some people off or distance ourselves from some people and some environments and some habits that, even though they weren't good for us, we enjoyed. But in order to move out of that state of surviving and into thriving, Scorpio, you need to surrender to success. And when I say you need to, I mean we, because I got a shit ton of Scorpio in my chart. And so whatever's coming out in this reading, I'm sure is pertinent to my journey as well. And as I am opening up to new opportunities, I'm networking with people who are really good, valuable connections, and just putting myself around people who align with where I am or where I want to go. I am having to face surrendering to success as well, and like really face my shadows and the things, the habits that I have that would prevent me from stepping further into success in my life. And so trust me, I get it. The action that you're needing to take is justice, represented by the number 11 in the tarot major arcana. Balancing the scales, operating in truth and harmony. Make sure your legal affairs are in order. Pay off your debts. Lord knows I'm right there in that boat with y'all, I promise you. But I am committed to taking care of my business, you know what I'm saying? Balancing the scales, making sure that things are handled in a fair and harmonious way. Making sure that justice is served in your life. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself by making sure that your accounts are balanced, and I don't mean just financially. It includes finances, but also like when you are connecting with other people or in situations, make sure you're on the right side of the law. The law of reciprocity, the law of cause and effect, the law of detachment. Make sure that you are on the quote unquote right side of things, so that as justice pans out for you, you get back the karma which you put out, and it's good. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that the actions that you are taking are above the law, so to speak. You know, some of these laws are dumb as hell, these man-made laws. But I'm speaking more so to the laws of the universe. You know what I'm saying? The principles of the universe. And then you are needing to let go of obsessive thinking, because obsessive thinking is the thing that is blocking roads for us. When I say y'all, I'm Scorpio. You would think that Scorpio is my fucking sun sign, the way some of this shit hit hard. You know what I'm saying? But it's actually my moon, my is it my Mars? I got like 5 Scorpio places, but I know my moon is Scorpio. And what else? I got a few. But that obsessive thinking, yes, absolutely. But what it does is hinder us. You know what I'm saying? It keeps you in your head and not in action. You know what I'm saying? You ain't on your feet and making moves when you in your head. And also when you are obsessing and in your head, you're not being faithful. You're not trusting that the divine is going to work it out. You're too busy trying to work it out in your own mind. So surrender to obsessive thinking. It says, if you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. As a Scorpio, obsessive thinking, I think that's something that just comes natural, because we just saw 10 on 1. That may be significant to some of you, but I think obsessive thinking comes natural if you are a Scorpio, because we have such deep emotion. Like, a person can barely scratch the surface of how we really feel. You know, when we love so hard that even our best attempts to express it don't really express it. You know what I'm saying? When we mad, or we any emotion, you know what I'm saying? Them still waters run deep. And so what it looked like on the surface ain't even half of what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? And even when we try our best to express it, it's just, we still come up short. You know what I'm saying? So with that type of temperament, that type of emotion, yeah, you're going to have obsessive thoughts, but you're needing to pull out things from your toolbox of survival, of thriving, in order to shift your mind state from one of, just saw 1111, from one of obsessive thinking to one of manifestation, one of positive thinking. Shift how you think. When you notice yourself obsessing over something, release it. Archangel Michael, I release this to you to cut this cord, or whatever works for you, but just be intentional about releasing it. For some of you, with this obsessive thinking, you in your head, but what you're needing to release is whatever emotion is associated with what you're obsessing over. Some of y'all need a good cry. Just let that shit out. Like Jenna said, crying is like taking your soul to the laundromat. You know what I'm saying? It's good for us as human beings to express ourselves and cleanse and purge and purify our bodies through tears sometimes. So sometimes you just need to get out of your head and into your heart space, and whatever comes up, let it out. And sometimes that's in the form of tears. Sometimes it's a scream. Maybe you need to go outside and break something. You got some rage in you. Let that shit out, because that's energy that's stuck and stagnant in you. But if it's showing up as obsessive thinking, it's that energy stuck in your head. So clear your crown chakra, clear your third eye, and allow whatever is coming up for you to come out. Don't hurt nobody, you know what I'm saying, in a safe and secure way, but release it. Then we have, before I move on, another thing that's coming to me too is that this obsessive thinking may be about whatever it is you need to forgive yourself for, or you need to forgive somebody else for, with this opening message of unforgiveness being low vibrational. So from what I'm seeing here, there is success in the very near future, or within our grasp. But the thing that's holding us back is this low vibrational energy, and just needing to do some more shadow work, to forgive, to surrender to obsessive thinking, to balance the scales where they may be imbalanced in our lives, to operate in truth and harmony and in fairness in our lives. Is requiring some shadow work of us. New opportunities are going to be coming into you all, and they are going to be coming in fast with the 8 of Wands. So you definitely want to do this work so that you're prepared. You know what I'm saying? So that you have lightened your load and can better take advantage of the opportunities that come into you. And for many of you, those opportunities may involve travel, because 8 of Wands can represent travel as well. Some of y'all need to get your passport with this justice, because that's a legal document. So some of y'all need to take that action of getting your passport, making sure legally you able to travel. You know what I'm saying? So that when the opportunities to travel come, you ain't got to be worried about filling out no application and waiting on the appointment to go take your passport picture and all that. Baby, I be so ready to go. I keep mine on the nightstand. You hear me? Your girl is TTG trained to motherfucking go when it comes to some travel. I ain't been nowhere in a minute, but when I tell you, I stay ready, okay? So keep that in mind as new opportunities unfold for you all in 2024, and you are doing the work to unblock roads. And by roads, I mean like energetically opening roads within your life. So there's a part of you all that you're needing to acknowledge, something that's kind of like hiding in your blind spot and you ain't really been giving it much attention, and it is that need to surrender your ego. So it says, cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. I am constantly doing the work to check my ego. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I'm coming from a pure place when I am interacting with people and when I'm doing things just by 1551, which may be significant to some of you, especially in my interactions, be it professional or otherwise. Just kind of taking time to analyze, am I operating from my heart space, or am I operating from my ego? And sometimes I be having to check myself, like, yo, that was your ego all day. And you need your ego sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted. You need your ego to take the front seat sometimes, but you have to have that discernment. And what this is saying is, if the message is that your ego is an area of your life where you need to check yourself, y'all been operating from your ego too much. So balance that out. Check yourself. Make sure that you're being showing up in gratitude instead of taking good people and good opportunities, resources and shit for granted. You know what I'm saying? Because your ego would definitely send you out and have you out here taking people for granted and taking opportunities for granted. And then looking crazy when you don't have the opportunity anymore. You don't have that person anymore. You know what I'm saying? You don't have their energy or their resources anymore. You want to make sure that you are taking advantage of opportunities to be of service to others. It ain't all about you. Especially if you're one of them people who be wanting to be on the receiving end of things. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you're practicing the law of reciprocity and that you are giving as well. That you give as good as you get. So be mindful of being of service to others and coming from the heart. Don't be one of them people that, you know, you like you say, surrender to obsessive thinking. Always in your head. Thinking with your penis. Thinking with your vagina, your vergage. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure that you are coming from a heart-led, heartfelt place. What comes from the heart reaches the heart. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be mindful of that and just humble yourself a bit more so that you can further your goals and reach new levels of success in your life. You're also wanting to be mindful that in this year, it ain't gonna always be peaches and cream. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't gonna always be on the up and up. You're gonna have obstacles that come your way. And sometimes the obstacle looks like a valley. Sometimes the obstacle looks like a mountain. Sometimes the obstacle looks like a whale. Sometimes the obstacle looks like a piranha. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have different obstacles that come your way, but the thing that is going to help you as you approach or faced with different obstacles throughout this year is to surrender to frustration. Balance yourself. Get centered. Get grounded. Meditate. Breathe. Do some breath work. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow yourself to get too far off into frustration that you make matters worse. So it says frustration doesn't open any doors. Again, we trying to open doors, right? We trying to open roads. Frustration ain't gonna do it. As a matter of fact, it's very counterproductive. So it says the key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath. Y'all, I had not even read this. But yeah, breath work obviously is something that you all are needing to prioritize. Center yourself and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. I promise I had not read this when I said get centered and do some breath work, but That's the real. If you're gonna surrender frustration, you're gonna have to surrender to something that I like to call the power of the pause. You know how many people would not be in jail, or would not be in the grave, or would not be divorced, would not have severed ties and friendships if they just would pause for a minute, take a breath, center themselves, and then respond. Sometimes the thing that literally is standing between us and a peaceful resolution to the obstacle or conflict that is before us is to just stop, pause, don't react. You know what I'm saying? And so keep that in mind as you are faced with different challenges throughout this year. Your main focus this year is this Four of Cups energy. In what area might the divine be trying to give you something, hand you a blessing, a gift? You see this image of a cloud here is trying to hand this man a cup. Cups representing love, emotion, intuition. And he's sitting there with his arms folded, won't even make eye contact, staring at these three cups. Three of Cups representing friendship, social settings, fun, celebrating. So he's looking at it, but he's not paying attention to the Ace of Cups that the divine is trying to hand him. A new emotionally fulfilling situation. Where in your life may this be the case where you're taking for granted something that the divine is trying to gift you? That needs to be your focus throughout this year, because there's probably more than one place in your life where that is taking place. You're too focused on what you got, what you've already acquired, what you're used to. You're in your comfort zone, and you're totally ignoring where the divine is trying to bless you with even more or something better. So that's the main focus for this year, as you are doing the work to open roads in your life. And the closing message is attracting emotionally unavailable people is a sign of being emotionally unavailable to yourself. Forgive yourself so that you can show up and be more emotionally present for yourself. You cannot expect from people what you don't give to yourself. And a lot of us are guilty of not being emotionally present to ourselves. We don't take the time out when we're feeling the type of way to acknowledge and sit with our feelings, and then do something to comfort ourselves that's healthy, and to journal, and to really invest in our emotional health. We don't take the time out to, and I'm guilty because I've been saying like I need to get out and do more stuff for me, little solo dates and shit like that I used to like to do. And I'm starting to do it, you know what I'm saying? I'm starting to do that. I'm starting to get out and just hang out with my homegirls more with no agenda. I spent a lot of 2023, the majority of 2023, just working. Wasn't getting out, having no fun. Didn't really want to go nowhere if I wasn't making no money. I was in survival mode. Your sis was not thriving. But this year I am making a vow. I have made a vow to be more emotionally available to myself, because I am sick and tired of attracting emotionally unavailable people. And it starts with me. I have to shift the frequency, the vibration within myself, and therefore will attract those who are emotionally available. And I won't settle for less than. I won't settle for nobody being around my good energy and they emotionally unavailable. And so that is the charge for all of us as we move forward, because that is blocking the road to abundance for us. So Scorpio, I hope the message found you well. If it did not find you well, I hope that something was said that leaves you well. If you are wanting to get a personal reading to dive deeper into your own specific energy situation, feel free to hit me up via email at gmail.com, turquoisemajesty@gmail.com. Stay tuned, and so that you will be abreast of the events and stuff I got coming up, because I got some stuff in the works. I'm not trying to do too much. It's winter time. That's naturally a time of hibernation, chilling, you know what I'm saying, solitude, reflection. And so I definitely want to be in alignment with that, but I also got a few things, not a whole lot, brewing. And so you want to stay abreast of that, so make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Check me out over on Instagram. Like the video should I have said anything that resonated with you. Show your appreciation by clicking that like button. Subscribe to the channel, and tell a friend to tell a friend what's going on over here at Turquoise Majesty. With that being said, y'all, till next time.